Hey, I'm Stephanie, and it's time for another hair declutter video. Today we'll focus on all the creams, lotions, and potions and sprays that I put in my hair to try to make it do something. So I try to mention exactly what each product name is, and I know that I'm not always the best at it when I'm focused on decluttering, but if you have any questions about anything, I do try to list everything in the description, and you can always ask me in the comments, so feel free to do that. At some point in this video, you're going to hear me say that I don't want to keep a lot of products for testing because I just don't have the time and energy to do that sort of thing for hair. And then you'll notice later on in the video that I end up keeping a lot of products for testing, but I think it's going to be okay because they're categories of things that I actually use all the time and I use up. And so I will notice right away whether they're good or bad. And they're also the type of product that I use on already dry styled hair. So, dry shampoo is something I can use on my very last day before I wash. And that way, if it ruins my hairstyle, it's not the end of the world, things like that. So I do contradict myself, but I don't think it's that bad. But before I tell you everything that happens in this video, let's just watch it. These are the things that I use all the time, so I have a feeling I'm not going to be decluttering any of these, but they might move to different locations in my bathroom. So let's see. This is the leave-in conditioner that I use. So after I'm done washing my hair, I get out of the shower and I have my hair up in my microfiber hair towel for a while so it dries a bit. Then I will spray this, I will brush it out, and then I will begin whatever styling process I decide to choose for the day. So this has worked great. I'm very happy with this. It doesn't weigh down my hair at all, and that's super important with really fine, thin hair that it doesn't get weighed down. So that's a great one. That's sticking around. This, I think, can actually move into my shower, even though I actually don't use it in the shower. This is the INKEY Salicylic Acid Exfoliating Scalp Treatment, and I probably use this maybe once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. Before I shower, I will put this onto my scalp and I will wait. I'll let it sit for like 15 minutes and then I'll go shower. And I just find that this helps cut down, because I use a lot of dry shampoo, this kind of helps my scalp get all clean if there's a lot of buildup. So I really do enjoy this. And I tried to go without it for like 6 months and it was fine. It's not like my hair turned into a disaster, but I just feel like I don't get a lot of flaking. I don't deal with dandruff. That's not really an issue for me, but every once in a while I'll see like a little speck here or a little speck there. And when I use this, I don't get the little speck here or there ever. So I enjoy that a lot. This Volumiste spray from ORIBE, it's nice, I think. I have tested this against doing nothing. There was a definite difference, but I haven't tested this against any other volumizing spray. So I know that it makes a difference for my hair. I just don't know if it's the best one out there on the market. This is worth using up, and I'm a little more than halfway through as it is. This root lifting spray from Kenra. Root lifting spray is an essential element of my hairstyling, and this works really nicely when I am blow drying my hair, but it doesn't work well if I am air drying my hair. And I used one from Living Proof for a while, and that one worked either way. And so I think I'd like to just get rid of this because it doesn't really do anything half the time, which is, and I need it to. It's not bad. If you're the type of person who blow dries your hair every day, or every time you style your hair, you're blow drying it, then this works great. But I think it's just not for me. So I think I'm going to give this one away. This is probably one of my favorite styling products of all time. It's the BUMBLE Don't Blow It Fine Hair Styler. And I use this whenever I'm doing a wet set. So I'll, wash my hair, I will towel dry it, then I will use my leave-in conditioner, and then I will use this and just kind of put a little tiny bit throughout all of my hair and make sure it gets all over each individual hair. And then I will style it with my Velcro rollers or whatever styling method I choose. And this helps keep the hold without weighing my hair down at all. And I do notice a difference when I don't use this. I tried going without this for a while and I was unhappy. so I repurchased it. In the meantime, I had tried this because it was cheaper. I found this on Amazon. It's Motion's Versatile Foam Styling Lotion. And I found that this held my curl nicely, but it kind of made my hair look greasy is the wrong word. It made my hair very shiny, which sounds like it would be great, but when you already have kind of shiny hair, it's like almost too much. Like it's a weird kind of shine then. And so I wasn't a fan of it, but what I've realized is that this is actually a great option for refreshing my style. So if I don't have time to wash my hair, but I want to do another wet set, I can use this, like a very tiny amount. A little goes such a long way on thin, fine hair. But if I use a tiny amount of this in my hair and then put my hair back up in curlers for another hour and then take it down, I feel like this helps set everything. And then the added shine is nice because I'd say about 2 days after I wash my hair, the ends start to look a little bit dry. And then this does a good job refreshing it. So this didn't work as a replacement for this as I had hoped, but I ended up finding a purpose for it. So I do think I'd like to use it up. This is also by Bumble & Bumble. It's the All Style Blow Dry for healthy hair, even fine or oil prone. And I do find that when I use this, I feel like my hair doesn't get oily as quickly. And this is like this product, the Don't Blow It product, but for blow dry days. And I really like this. I feel like Bumble & Bumble, I've never really been a fan of their hair washing product, but when it comes to their styling products, they have some real awesome ones. So this one is also a keeper. Then I've got this OLAPLEX Bond Smoother, and I find if I take the tiniest amount of this and mix it with either this or this, I get the smoothing effect that I was looking for. So I think this is really nice. I just have to make sure that I use only a very little bit. Then we've got this Living Proof Instant Texture Mist. And if I want like really big hair, this will help. Basically, I will put in whatever styling products I want to put in, and then this will be the last styling thing I put in my hair before I begin drying it. And I feel like it makes my hair, in a way, kind of sticky, but not really. It's like just sticky enough to stick to itself a tiny bit, but not so sticky that like all of my hair is clumped together. And I do find that my hair needs to be washed a little bit sooner when I use this, but if I need big volume, this can be one of the things that helps. So I think I'm going to keep this as well. It's also, I would estimate, about half gone. And then I've got 2 hair oils in here. This is my pre-wash oil. I live in a location with extremely hard water. I mean, really, I don't think it gets harder than the water that we have here. And because I have such fine hair, I find that putting this in just on the ends before I wash it kind of protects the ends from that hard water. I don't have a hard water filter. I've thought about getting one, but this for now is a cheaper option and it works just fine. So basically it's just the OGX Coconut Miracle Oil. And this is a little bit heavy for me. I think if I were to buy it again, maybe I'd go with the coconut oil, but I like the fact that it's pretty cheap because I'm just putting it on to wash it off, essentially. It's just kind of a protective layer so that my hair doesn't dry out too much in the hard water. This, on the other hand, is the OLAPLEX No. 7 Bonding Oil, and this is pricey, and it's also much thinner. Maybe you can tell by the consistency in the bottle when I move them. Like this one is just much thinner, and this one is much goopier, and that goopiness is, I think, what helps kind of protect my hair a little bit in the shower. But with this one, I put this on after I have finished styling my hair. So say I'm blow drying it, and, you know, giving myself a blowout, then at the very end, this will be the last step, and I'll put this on the ends. I think if you have thicker, more porous, coarse hair, you could put it on beforehand, before styling, but because I have such fine hair, it's good to see kind of where it's at its driest and only apply it there. But I find that this is so kind of almost watery that it doesn't weigh my hair down at all. And so this works really well as like a post-styling conditioner. And then I just have a bunch of clips that I use when I'm styling, and it's a convenient place to keep them. So I'm just going to keep them here. So I'm not surprised that this is the only thing that I'm decluttering, because this is my everyday hair box. So this is kind of the stuff that's always getting used, and it doesn't shock me that I didn't want to get rid of much of it, or actually anything at all. But the next box coming up is an entirely different story. Before we look in the big box here, I just wanted to show you some of my other everyday styling products. This is probably my favorite texturizer of all time. This is the ORIBE Dry Texturizing Spray. This is my #1 favorite because it's not sticky at all. It just does such a good job at making my hair bigger. It's my favorite. My mom gave it to me as a present, and so I am enjoying every little bit of this because this is expensive stuff, and it is the best. So I feel like it's worth it. This is the Living Proof Full Dry Volume Blast, and this to me, I use more as a dry shampoo than as a texturizer, although it does both. And it's not supposed to be a dry shampoo, but I find it works well as one. So I really enjoy this one. And then this is the one and only hairspray that I have. It is called Perfect Hold by Goldwell, and it's fine. I don't know. Unless I hate a hairspray, I'm kind of ambivalent towards it. It seems to work, so I'm happy with it. Now we're going to get into the big box, which is so big that I can't even fit it in frame. So I just have it on the floor. I will take things out one by one. Basically, I have had a lot of hair products decluttered to me. And I was always of the mindset that, oh, well, if someone else doesn't want it and I could use it, then that's great, because #1, it saves me money because I don't have to go and buy something. #2, it's saving it from going into the trash. So I just was keeping it here, storing it in this big box. But I have just realized I don't want to store it anymore. If I'm not going to use it in the foreseeable future, I just don't want to test it. I was originally like, oh, I'll get to test a new product. But the reality is, I don't style my hair often enough to really want to test new things, because when I do style my hair, it's usually because it has to look good for something. So I don't want to be taking chances on things. And then on the days where I don't have to style my hair, I don't want to waste time testing things. So that means if I'm not sure that I'm going to use it, it's going to go today. Let's take a look. This is the INKEY First Class Dry Shampoo. Dry shampoo is my best friend. This is a good one. I'm not crazy about the scent because it's kind of peppery, and that's not the kind of vibe I'm into. But other than that, this is great. This works really well as a dry shampoo, so that's going to stay. This is actually in the wrong spot. This should actually be my everyday hair box, because this is my favorite dry shampoo that's in one of these little poofy containers here. And it smells nice. It works nice. It's lightweight. I don't like the format because it's not as convenient as something like a spray bottle, but when I'm trying to avoid a spray bottle for whatever reason, this is my favorite option. And so I'm kind of keeping this to compare, and let's get to that next. This was one that I was testing against this, and initially I liked this better because it had some grit to it. Ideally, a dry shampoo will add some texture to my hairstyle so that I can get some more volume. But what I found over time is that this is too sticky. It ends up it does give me volume, but it kind of makes my hair look clumpy. It's not ideal. And so this isn't even half done, and I am giving it away because I just don't like what it does to my hair, especially if I have to use it a couple of days, one after another. Then my hair just, I don't know. I don't like the way my hair feels. I don't like the way my scalp feels. This just is not a good option for me. So this one beats it out. This one's going. This is one I picked up when mine ran out while I was traveling, and this against this, I think I like the Briogeo a tiny bit better, but to be honest, I don't think the difference is that big. So I am going to keep using this as well. Because if there's one thing I need in my life, it's dry shampoo. I can never have enough. It's one of those things I will always use up. It's inevitable unless I hate it. But these two work really well, so this one is also going to stay. I think that's it for the poof dry shampoos for now. I have another box to go through, so we'll see. But this comparison one is going to go in the keeper pile for now. This is INKEY Down and Out Dirty Spray, which sounds a little bit intimidating to me, but I think I would like to try this at least once, because a good texturizer can't be beat. So I want to see if this holds up to my favorite ORIBE texturizer, and if it doesn't, it's going to go. But I do think it's worth trying once because texturizer is second only to dry shampoo. It's the kind of category that if it's good, I'm definitely going to use it. So I'm going to give this a try. I'm going to put this in the to try pile, which I want to keep small, but this is the sort of thing I am willing to try. Next up, Professional Sebastian Microweb Fiber Flexible Elastic Texturizer. Also a texturizer. And it sounds interesting. Flexible Elastic Texturizer. I don't know, I think it's worth a try once. I'll put this in the to try pile. We'll take a look at the end of this, and if the to try pile is too big, then we'll sort through that one more time. And it looks like someone else gave me a down and out dirty spray. So once again, I'm gonna try it once, and if it works out well, like really well, like it's great, it would be worth keeping both of them, but that's gonna go in the to try pile as well. And then we have the Sebastian Texturizer. It's a flexible bodifying liquid gel. I used to have this. I went through a whole bottle of it and I thought it was great. Oh my gosh, who decluttered this to me and why? Oh, I'm excited. Okay, I think I'm going to put this in my everyday thing because what I used to do is I would take this and put this on my hair as a second to last step, and then I would use the Living Proof texturizer, like spray over it. Oh yeah, this is going in my everyday thing. Thank you. Next, I was given this INKEY Cactus Texturizing Shampoo. Texturizing shampoo sounds so intriguing to me. I used to like one by a company, it wasn't INKEY, I think it was IGK. And they made one and I really liked it, but I have since switched because I don't think they make that one anymore. And I started using the Christoph Robin Rose one. And that one's weird because it's kind of like putting mud in your hair, but the end result is really soft, and so I really like it. And I feel like because I already have that, I don't need this. And so I'm going to give this away. Someone also gave me the Sebastian Volumiste Spray Volume Building Spray Gel. And I think I used to have this as well, and I really liked it. So I'm wondering if maybe I should, I don't know, I'll see. This is going in the maybe pile because I think I really liked this. And it's something that I would have repurchased, and I feel like it's wasteful to just give it away for the sake of it. But here's something. We have the Perfect Setting Blow Dry Lotion Hairspray. And let's see, how is this described? Set voluminous finished structure with perfect shine. Formulated to provide care while blow drying. A professional salon exclusive brand. I don't know. I'm not really curious about this. Do you know, like if I give this away, am I missing out on like the best styling spray of my life? If so, I'd be willing to try it. But as it stands right now, this is going to go in the declutter pile because I don't know what it is. And I'm not really that curious about it because I do have the Volumiste ORIBE that I really like. And then I also have the Sebastian that I really like as a backup. And so I don't feel the need to keep or try this. But like I said, if you have tried this and you think it's the best thing since sliced bread, please do let me know. Next, we have two products that look kind of similar to me. We have the Schwarzkopf Osis Dust It Mattifying Powder. And I've used products like this in the past, and it actually is really nice for a volumizing effect, especially if I'm teasing my hair. This is the sort of thing I'll put at the base. And I just kind of swatched it on this hand, and it's sticky. It gives like a little bit of stickiness. You have to use the tiniest, teeniest bit of this, because if you use too much, it will just kind of clump the hairs together. But if you use the right amount, I find that when I'm teasing my hair, something like this is really useful. And I don't have anything in rotation right now, so this could be a good one. This one, I think, is the same sort of thing, though. It's called the David Mallet Volume Powder. I don't even know where this comes from or where you get it, but I swatched it on this hand, and they feel similar, but this one isn't quite as sticky. And I like the application mechanism a little bit better with this, I think. I don't know. See, this one you kind of pour it out, and it depends on how much you get on your hand, how much you use. This one, you can spray it, and I kind of like that better. I think I'm going to keep this and give this one away. And what I'm hoping is that maybe I can refill this. So if I ever needed to get more of this is a product I don't use that often. It takes me a very long time to go through it. If I went through this regularly, if I went through this as fast as I do something like dry shampoo, then it would be worth keeping both of these. But this is the sort of product I use so little of it at a time. It's probably going to take me, I don't know, maybe a couple of years to go through this. And I don't feel like saving this for a couple of years. I'd rather give it to someone who can use it now. And if I ever need a product like this again, I can always go out and buy it then. So that's what I'm going to do. Keeper, declutter. Here we have 2 things of mousse. We've got Redken Full Frame and we've got Sebastian Thickify Foam. And what I have found is that mousse, generally speaking, isn't the best styling choice for me because my hair is so fine and so thin. And when I'm using this one, for instance, I think Redken makes some really great products. And I believe that this is probably a very good mousse for a lot of people, but I don't know that it's the ideal mousse for my hair type. So I think I'm going to declutter this because it's full, or at least it feels full. This one I've had in the past, and I feel like if I'm going to use a mousse, then this one would be it. And I think what I'm going to do is put this in the to try pile to refresh my memory about it. Because I have good memories of it, I think it might be worth actually trying and seeing if it's worth keeping. But after one try, I'll know if it should be a keeper or not. This one was in the wrong place. It shouldn't have been in this box because I bought this myself and I've been looking for it. I was traveling, ran out of dry shampoo, bought this to replace it, and I thought it was interesting because it says it's healthy scalp dry shampoo, starch and alcohol free. And I was like, huh. And the first time I tried this, it was a disaster. I was like, oh my gosh, this is the most horrible thing. I never want to try this again. And I think it was expensive too, so I was really disappointed. But then I read the directions. I should have done that in the first place because it says it's not your average maintenance. Meet the first ever starch and alcohol-free dry shampoo treatment. This basically says it has a Foligrow complex designed to deliver fuller-looking, healthier hair over time while instantly delivering that just-washed shine with zero powdery residue. And you're supposed to shake the can very well, which I didn't do the first time I used it. Then you're supposed to hold it 6 inches away from your head, which I did do the first time. But for best effect, they say use in short bursts and directly at the roots. I did use it directly at the roots, but I didn't use short bursts. I just kind of went like, you know, kind of all over the place. And when you do it the way they say you should, and what I do, because it comes out very wet. And what I have found is I flip my hair over so that my head's upside down, and then I'll spray this at the roots, and then I'll just kind of hang out upside down, you know, see the world from a new perspective for a minute or two. And then when I flip my head back up, it's given this a chance to dry, and then it gives my hair the added body of the wet to dry transition, plus it does refresh my hair. So I don't know that I would purchase this again, but I'm glad I found it because I want to use it up. Okay, we have a couple of products from AG Hair Care here. And this one I did try once, the Tussled Texture, because you know me, I'm into texture spray. And this made my hair look so dirty. This is going, I can tell you right now, nope. Then we have Big Wig Root Volumizer. And because I got rid of my current root volumizer, because I was going to buy the Living Proof one that I like so much, I think I'm going to try this one first. I'm willing to do that. So this is going in the to try pile. We'll see what happens if I like that. Then we have this AG Hair Care Dry Wax Matte Finishing Mist. And I'm wondering if I could use that with that little tiny baby comb brush thing that my mom gave me to kind of help get my flyaways under control, my baby hairs. So maybe I'll put this in the to try pile and I'll try like spraying it on that little brush and then combing through my hair. Maybe I can make my hair look smoother like that. Oh, it's worth a try anyway, right? Next we have some things from Cult and King, and I have tried some of their stuff and I actually really like it. So what do we have here? We have the jelly, which is work jelly through hair starting at roots. The more you add, the bigger the blowout or air dried curl. I think I used to have this. I think I went through a whole thing of it already and I think I liked it. So I'm going to put this in the to try pile, refresh my memory about it. The tonic I have and use. It's spray on damp hair after shampoo. Rub into scalp, comb through, style, accept compliments graciously. Okay. I don't use it this way. Maybe I should try using it this way. Usually I'll put it on when I'm trying to refresh my hair. Like I just kind of rub it into my scalp and I feel like it just kind of soothes my scalp a little bit. But I think it's worth keeping this second bottle of it. It's, first of all, it's the travel size. I have the full size and this is more convenient if I'm going to travel, although it is glass. So I'm not sure that traveling with it would be so wise. But because I might be setting up shop in a second location, this could actually be a great alternative. So I think that's a keeper. Then we have the Style. For more cooperative hair, apply wet or dry. I have cooperative hair for the most part, so I don't think I need this. I think I should maybe give it to someone with rowdier hair from the sound of the description. So I'm going to declutter this. Next, I have some stuff from Christoph Robin, and I have to say, everything I've ever tried from this brand has been really nice. I have this in my shower right now, in fact. This is the cleansing volumizing paste. It is like putting mud in your hair. Like literally, it's like putting gritty mud in your hair. But somehow your hair ends up clean. It's a really weird experience. If you don't like weird tactile experiences, this isn't for you. But I actually do really like this. So I think I'm going to keep this. Maybe put it in my travel bag because it's like the perfect little travel size. And I really do enjoy this product. This one, on the other hand, I haven't tried. The Cleansing Purifying Scrub with Sea Salt. Sounds interesting, but if this texture works, then maybe this one would too. So I will put that in my to try pile. Then I found this little bag. What's in here? That's weird. Oh, I get it. These are hair nets. Okay. This is perfect if I'm going to be using some of my rollers and I want the air to get at them so they'll dry as quickly as possible. Instead of using a satin scarf, I could use these. I think this is a great option. Ooh, I'm excited. Next we have Redken. I like most of what I've ever tried from Redken. The mousse wasn't for me, but I think that's more just because most mousses in general aren't. This is a thermal spray with heat protection. And apparently not all heat protectants are made the same. I have heard excellent things about this from hairdressers that claim that like this really does make a huge difference when you're heat styling. But here's the thing, it protects from 450 degrees Fahrenheit or 230 degrees Celsius. And I'm not sure that I use styling tools that hot, because when you're styling with a hairdryer, even if you're using hot air from the hairdryer, because the water's evaporating from your hair, it's cooling the hair down. So even though you're heat styling, your hair isn't really getting that hot, or it shouldn't be anyway, unless of course you're holding the hairdryer on it after it's dry. But I don't really do that for the most part. So I don't know that I have a use for this. I think this is more for people who use curling irons or flat irons. Although every once in a while I crimp my roots. Maybe I should try this with my hair crimper and see if this improves the hold, because it's also, I think, supposed to offer hold. Yeah, so this will go in the to try pile. And then this is the Big Blowout Heat Protection Blowout Jelly. Apply to damp hair and blow dry. I don't know, it seems like the claim is in the name, huh? But I don't know, big, yes, I want big hair. I guess I'd be willing to try that. Then I got some stuff from Bumble and Bumble. This is Bumble and Bumble Illuminated Color Leave-In Seal. And I don't color my hair, so I don't think this is relevant to me. I think I'm going to declutter this. And this is the Hairdresser's Invisible Oil Soft Texture Finishing Spray. Gives styled hair a tussled texture with a feather soft appeal. This sounds strangely familiar. Like, let's see, when I used that, what is it? That other texturizing spray from AG that I gave away, the tussled texture spray, that was a nightmare for my hair. And this is kind of making me wonder if this would do the same, but I am a big fan of a lot of their styling products, so maybe it's worth giving it a shot. One day when it's unimportant, you know what? Right after this video, I'll put this in my hair and see what it does. That's what I'll do. This is like a right after this video thing. Yes. And there's one more thing from Bumble and Bumble in the box, the Thickening Dry Spun Texture Spray. I've used this before. I like this. So this is going in my keep and use up pile. We have a couple of goodies from Living Proof, which is generally a brand that I also tend to get along with. I've used this conditioner before and it's fine, but I have conditioners already. I don't feel like I need another one. So I'm going to declutter this because this is nice, but I already have nice conditioners in my shower, so I don't need that. And the Living Proof Full Thickening Cream. I have used this before and really liked it. But I already have, but I have styling cream, but not thickening cream. I think I want to use this. I'm going to put this in the use it up pile. And we have this R&Co 1 Prep Spray. I think I have enough prep sprays for my hair. I don't know that I need to try this, so I'm going to give this away. Then I have some hair oils, and we've got the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Hair Oil, which is pretty lightweight. Then we have like some heavier weight options. I feel like it goes from lightest to heaviest here. We have the Lanza. This is another brand my hair tends to get along with really well. This is a nice glass bottle. Let's see. It's the Keratin Healing Oil Hair Treatment. And I'm not crazy about the smell of this. Like, it's fine. It's not, it doesn't, you know, put me off, but it's not like the best smell. This one, on the other hand, every time I smell this, I'm like, oh my gosh, this smells so good. So just based on smell alone, if I had to choose only one, I would keep the Sebastian Dark Oil because this just smells amazing. But let's see. I have a feeling that knowing what I know now about hair oils, this one is lighter weight. So this would be the sort of thing I would use after I'm done styling to kind of make sure that my hair stays hydrated at the ends. And I already have the Olaplex, which works beautifully for me, so I don't necessarily need this one. But I think what I'd like to do is put this one in the pile for my potential second place of operation, because that would be really cool to use there. And when it comes to these, I think I might do the same thing because I feel like I would use these as a pre-wash oil just because they're heavier. And I don't think that they would be great for my hair. Like, I think they would weigh them down. So I think what I will do is keep this one because it smells so nice. And I am going to put this one here as like my hair wash oil. And that will go in my second place of residence. I think that's a good solution. And now I'm wondering if maybe I can get rid of that coconut oil and use this instead, because this, I mean, I realize I'll be washing the smell away, but just the experience of putting this on, oh, so nice. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to exchange this one. I'm going to declutter the coconut oil from OGX, and I'm going to keep this one instead. But I have one last box to go through, and this is all dry shampoo, stuff that has been given to me as like Christmas presents. For example, my mom knows I love this ORIBE, and so I get these little things, and this is what I take when I travel. So these are definitely being kept, for sure. There's no way I'm giving these up. Then I have these little things, and so every once in a while I feel like I get them as like a free gift. But these are the sorts of things I save because I go through them. I will use them. So this makes sense. This is the full dry volume blast, great for travel, amazing quality. Another one. This one is actually half empty. This one's still full. Maybe I'll put this one in my use up pile. We've got this one I haven't tried yet. I got this one as a Christmas present and I want to try it. It has rosemary and peppermint in it, which sounds interesting. Then we have the Maria Nila cleansing powder. I don't remember where this one came from, but I'm always interested in trying out something new. So when it comes to dry shampoo anyway. And then also the We Are Paradox Detox Dry Shampoo. Because it's dry shampoo, I'm willing to try it. We have the ORIBE Gold Lust Dry Shampoo. I don't know that I've tried this, but it's ORIBE. That's cool. Yeah, definitely trying that. I bet this came from you, Mom, didn't it? Okay, and then another dry ORIBE texturizing spray. Oh yeah. Oh man. This is, it's nice to have this stash because like I always know that I have it. Like I can always dig in here when I need it. So these are great. And I'm going to put this in the try pile like immediately because I'm excited about that ORIBE dry shampoo. So my dry texturizing travel thingies. And then we've got my other dry shampoos here. And maybe I can put, let's see, I'll put the Bumble and Bumble. Oh wait, this is a texturizing spray. I want to keep that separate. Oh, I got the texturizing spray there too. No, you know what? Texturizing sprays can go in here too if they're small. That's small. That can go in there. Yeah, this one's almost gone. So yeah, no, I'm going to keep it with the travel ones. I'm going to keep it with the travel ones. Okay. Because whenever I travel, I'll just dig in here. I just know I have it. I'm not going to put any of the, yeah, I'm just going to keep it this way. So we're not decluttering anything from this box, but that doesn't surprise me because I am a dry shampoo fiend. But I feel like I'm not like hoarding other things. I feel like I've got a pretty big to try pile though, and maybe we should go through that, take a closer look. This one, because I already got rid of the Kenra Root Lift spray, I think I want to try this one immediately. And I'm going to put it in my everyday box because I do need a root lifter. And if I don't like this when I use it, then I will just automatically declutter this and then go out and buy the one that I know that I like. But I'd rather just use what I have if it works. So I'm going to try this. Then I have these texturizing sprays, which can either go really well or really badly. And I was going to try this one at the end of the video, but because there's two of these, if I don't like this when I use it, then that'll mean I can move two things out of my home immediately, which would be great. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try this product here right after this video, and I'll leave this one for later. But by the end of the day today, I will know whether I'm going to keep these and they can go in my little travel texturizer and dry shampoo box, or if they'll be leaving. I think that's a good plan. This Christoph Robin, I think I'm just going to put in my shower because I have liked everything I've ever tried from the brand. I think it's worth giving this a try, and I want to do it as soon as possible because I don't want it hanging around in that box anymore. This David Mallet Volume Powder, I think I'm actually going to put on my vanity because that's actually where I would use this. I tend to style my hair in the bathroom when I'm using a blow dryer and everything, but when I'm actually putting my hair up for the day, that's when I would use something like this, and that's what I do at my vanity. So I'm going to put this on my vanity and get that out of the way. Okay, I've had some time to think. I went and got a drink, had a little snack, and now I think I'm a little bit refreshed to come and attack the rest of this to try pile. And here's what I am thinking. When it comes to things like texture sprays and dry shampoos, that is the sort of thing I use every single day, so I go through them pretty quickly, and I'm always glad to have backups of. So I think it's worth keeping this sort of thing because no matter what, I'm definitely going to be able to try it soon. So after trying this one here, today after this video, my next on the list will be this one to try. And I think that makes sense. If I like them, then I will keep them in that box so that I can fall back on them whenever what I'm currently using is used up. And then if I don't like it, I'll just give it away. That's pretty easy. But when it comes to these things, I don't necessarily need to try them. For example, I know I've tried and liked this in the past, so why not give someone else a chance to try it and maybe like it too? So I'm going to give this Culton King, what do they call it, jelly away because I have my Bumble and Bumble products that have worked for me for a long time that I really like. When it comes to this, I think I would like to give this a try though because I have never tried it before. And so I would like to, the next time I do my hair and I'm going to use a hair dryer, this is what I'm going to use to see if I can notice a difference as opposed to my Bumble and Bumble styling cream. Because the blow dry version that I have of that is, I would say, has about 10% left. And in that case, I think it's worth hanging on to this, because if I like this one just as much, then I can simply move on to this one as soon as that one's done, which will probably be in about a month. So in this case, I think it's worth waiting and saving. The ORIBE texture spray, however, it still has about 40% left, and I bet I can get through the majority of the year on that. And this is brand new, and I think that someone would probably really enjoy it, because here's the thing. When that ORIBE spray runs out, say, I don't know, 6 months from now, then I can have the excitement of either choosing that one again or choosing a new one. Maybe I'll even choose this one, but I'll get to choose it instead of just having it thrust upon me. Although, to be fair, I think it's really kind that someone thrust this upon me, because it is a great product. But how nice would it be to let someone else try this? Because they might find out that they like it just as much as I do. So I'm going to give this away because I'm trying to streamline my life. I want to make things simpler, and storing backups of things is not part of that. I stopped buying backups of things forever ago, even before my no-buy year. I stopped buying backups of things, but I just feel like this is the sort of product I go through so slowly that I don't want a backup of this. So I'm going to give this away right now. And the same thing goes for this thickening cream. As lovely as this is, as much as I have enjoyed this in the past, this is a brand new tube of it, and I could give this to someone and have them try it. So I'm going to do the same thing, because once again, I have the Bumble and Bumble version of this, and I feel like I'm already keeping the Redken one, so I don't need this one as well. This thermal spray, I am interested to see what this does when I use my crimper on my roots. I think it's worth testing because I don't have anything like this. This isn't a backup. This is the one and only thing in my collection that's like this. So I think what I'm going to do is put this in my box with the texturizers, and the second I think to use my crimper, I will think to use this, because I'll have much less distracting me. So I think this will go in that box. This microweb fiber is also a texturizer. So I think this is also a good thing to maybe put in the box to try, just because that is a product I go through pretty quickly and pretty easily. This Sebastian Thickify Foam. I remember thinking that this was the lightest weight mousse I had tried, and I remember liking it for that reason. So part of me is tempted to keep this, but the truth of the matter is I enjoy my styling creams. I don't need a mousse right now, so I should give this to someone who would like to try a mousse right now. To sum things up, this really big box filled with stuff is all going to be leaving for good. This little group of things I need to find a box for, because I want to save this just in case I have to set up shop in a second location. That way I won't have to always bring styling things. I will have them, and I think that's a good solution for this. And this is what I'm keeping. So these here are dry shampoos and texturizers, and these are the two Redken products that I'd like to be testing. And I feel like because they fit nicely into this little box that can go right on my bathroom shelf, that's pretty easy. And then this is my main styling box, the things that I reach for all the time and that I know and love. And this is a pretty good setup for me. What? You're still here? That's great. Thanks for hanging with me till the end. If you enjoyed this one, I hope that you'll like, comment, subscribe, maybe watch another video, all that jazz. But even if you don't, I hope you have a great week, and we can all remember that even stumbling can be a form of moving forward. So let's stumble in style.